Hello and welcome to Interactive Distractions episode number 569. My name is Chris Faricio and I am here with Jeff Jordy.
What up, everyone?
And Nathan Lockhart, right?
Yes. Hello,
right.
everybody.
I remember the last name.
69. Can I get a nice?
You get 5 nices, actually. Nathan, thanks for joining us again, man. It's good to have you on. Today we are going to do some distractions talk, and then we're going to talk a lot of Xbox. So
big raging fire. Talk about.
So we'll see how that goes when we get there. But what's going on, guys? Nathan, why don't we start with you, man? How are you? How are things going?
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for asking. Things are going great over here. Not been up to anything that new outside of work, and still waiting on this freaking baby to come out. Oh my gosh.
How many weeks now is it? How many weeks is she?
So she is 38 weeks.
Oh, so you're right on right now, right? 38 weeks is about due date.
Yes, like we're coming up on the due date in a week, 2. Here's the thing, dude, is like for 3 weeks now, she's been measuring weeks ahead. That baby is already measuring at almost 9 pounds. And she's measuring at 40 weeks right now. And like every time she has a contraction, it's like, oh, is it time? Is it go time? So all week this week has been just like, whew, like even right now, she's upstairs having contractions. I was like, hold on, we're not going to the hospital yet. I got to talk Xbox.
Oh, wow. Okay. Listen, you're like, I'm going to say it right now. Your wife takes priority 100%, period, full stop. So I don't want to be blamed for that shit. How big was your son when he was born?
Both of them were, my daughter was 6 and my son was 7.5. So This baby is already measuring well above them.
My son was 11.6.
Really?
Yes. And he was a C-section.
Damn.
Really big head.
Damn. Oh my god.
A really big head.
Oh,
my wife went 6.5, 7 hours of labor without epidural. Like without any pain meds. Like she was.
Has she ever had a man cold though?
That's what I tried to tell her.
Yeah, that is true pain, my friend.
Yeah, I actually made. I wasn't.
You ever sneezed so hard you felt you see stars?
So.
Listen, I understand you're trying to push out a watermelon, but have you ever seen stars when you sneeze?
I had the shivers. Like, it was bad.
I was not expecting to tell this story, but I'm going to tell it. So our firstborn, right? So that was the longest labor. It was about 12, 15 hours, somewhere in that time frame. And she was very determined to try to get it done without the epidural. So for like the first 8-9 hours, it was pretty much her doing squats and me kind of kneeling down and helping her stay supported. And at one point I had a lapse in judgment. And I helped her get up on the bed, and then I stood up straight, did my stretches, kind of cracked my back, and I sat down. I'm like, oh, my back.
Oh wow.
Oh man, I thought she was gonna kill me. Oh man, but
she's no, dude, what the hell is she gonna do at the moment?
That's true. I could get away with murder.
Yeah.
Oh man, but no, our wives are freaking heroes for that shit, man. But yeah, so we're just still waiting on the baby. Outside of that, anything new that I've been up to? Last time I talked about Warhammer, and this time I guess I could got a little magic story I could tell you. So the first time.
So wait, you're doing Warhammer and magic?
No, just magic this time.
Okay. But I was gonna say, do you want to have money? I don't
No, I don't like that. I don't like money.
Gross.
Ew. No, so I've been into magic for like a year now. And I went for the first time ever to a card shop on Commander Night to play like in a pod with people and stuff. I didn't know anybody there. I was like, time to make friends. And half of that was because I like randomly switched to day shift just for a week. And the day that I had to switch my sleep schedule was on a commander night at this card store. So I was like, if I don't do it now, I'm never going to do it.
Yeah.
So I went there, and the first couple rounds went about as you would expect a newbie to get into. It was like these dudes it was 4 people, but 2 guys were playing on a level like they were winning and finishing games within 2-3 draws. Like it was ridiculous. Like me and the other guy were just sitting there looking at each other like, I don't even know. They're playing 10 cards. We're playing 1 at a time. So after a while, got in a good rotation. I met some really cool people who were very kind to me. And ultimately, once it came to the last game, I was there for 6 hours. I had no idea I was there that long. But yeah, the last game we played went on for ages. And there was cards being played. I'm like, wait a minute. That card was from this game. It was a very good game. It was one of those games where it's like the board gets wiped so often that it just feels like you're starting over fresh and playing a brand new game. But there towards the end, it was getting really tight, and about halfway through, I was seen as the threat at the table, and I was like, holy crap. Like, I wasn't expecting that. Guys, I'm not that good at Magic. I'm still asking very newbie questions. And so, like, I was just very fixated on what I'm going to do next rather than, like, even paying attention to what other people were doing or what I've got going on the table. So I am not really fully comprehending, like, my self-worth and my self-value when it comes to Magic is non-existent. So I couldn't even imagine being a threat. So then, like, people started targeting me about halfway through, and then people start falling off the board, and it starts getting really, really close, and it comes down to me and 2 other guys. And I look at this one card in my hand, and I misread it, and it's like deal 13 damage to each player. Well, that's how I read it. It's deal 13 damage to each person on the table. Ultimately, these dudes were nice enough that I like went to go play it, and they're like, why would you play that? And they were like questioning me. And I was like, yeah, because that takes you guys out and I'll still be alive. And they're like, no, that's not how that works. And they explained it to me, and they let me take it back. So ultimately, I should not have won that game because they were just being very nice to me. But at the end of the day, it was the very next round that it was either me or this other guy. We were going to win. And I was able to barely get by with like 1 hit point of health, and I came back and I finished him off and I won the game. I was just so psyched because, I mean, dude, like I said, I've been playing for a year. I only know how to get my ass handed to me in that game. So it was a really good time. So I encourage you, if you got like a slight interest, like, go to one of these things. It's good for socializing. It's fun to feel connected with people. So yeah, that's pretty much all that's been going on with me, guys.
Cool. Jeff, what's up to you, man?
Not much. First off, happy Father's Day to you two gentlemen.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Oh, thank you.
Just went to my sister's place yesterday for the Father's Day thing, and we just did barbecue, and that's pretty much it. And then this weekend, it's just been a bunch of just chilling. It's been okay.
Hey, Canada 6-0 over Qatar, right?
They won their first ever World Cup match.
Damn.
Yeah, they've already done way better than anyone could have thought they were going to, so we're happy.
Is that Magic or wait, what game are we talking about?
Jeff, I don't think it's going to work out. We need to find someone else to be on the show. Don't fuck with World Cup soccer, man. Don't do it. Let's see. Yeah, Canada actually currently has 4 points. Nice.
Yeah, they're probably going to
tied with Switzerland.
They should move on to the knockaround, the 32, which will be huge. Don't expect them to get further than that, probably, though.
Yeah.
And one of our best players broke his leg in that last game. So.
Oh no, dude!
Yeah, it was a nasty one. It was one of the danglers. It was not cool. Yeah.
Oh, that sucks, dude.
Yeah.
I've been keeping track mainly of the host countries. So like Canada, US, and Mexico. US is 2-0 right now, so that's pretty good. And I think Mexico is also 2-0. Let me find them. Where are they?
My team's England. They've always been my go-to.
Oh, is that true? Okay.
Yeah. So I'm hoping them. It's them in Canada, obviously. I have to root for Canada, but England's the one I actually have some hope for.
Gotcha. Yeah, Mexico is also 2-0. So, and then I didn't see England. Let me see if I can find England.
They've only played one game so far. I think they're 1.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. England is 1-0. Yeah.
Tomorrow or Tuesday, I think.
Cool.
Yep,
but yeah, early stages of World Cup, man. It's exciting.
It is fun.
Yeah. Let's see. Anything else going on?
No, man.
Yeah. Nothing really to report this side. Just kind of, Father's Day, we went out and met up with my father-in-law and my father-mother-in-law and just had dinner and hung out, and my niece was with them for a little while. So that was pretty much it for that. So, but yeah, all in all, that's it. So let's talk some games, man. What do you guys got? Nathan, why don't you go first, man? What do you got this week?
Oh, you want me to go first? So let's see.
You're the guest. You get to go first, man.
Well, thank you. No, I've only been playing Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I'm still working on that. I had taken a break to get to 007 and get finished one other game that is escaping my mind. So I'm officially back to that. I started back up at chapter 8. And now this morning I stopped midway through chapter 11, where I'm returning to a very important location. So I have a feeling things are about to really pick up. As of right now, I'm still feeling like, I don't know, the pacing of this game is
awful.
I love it, but oh my gosh, you're not wrong. It's pretty awful. And there are times where I'm like, I can't tell if I really, really fucking love this game or if I'm.
That's the thing. When it's good, it's really good.
Yeah. That's my issue with it right now. I'm just
but
damn.
The problem is the really good parts are so far apart.
I know. Like, that's what I'm here for. I'm here for these good parts. And then I just spent like a whole chapter, like, I don't know, spent countless hours just in this desert area. And I'm just like, yeah, I want to just get on with the story. Yeah, I didn't like it either. That's the one I did last night. No, thank you.
Then you're like, oh, you know what? I'm going to get this side quest finished up. And then you do a few of the links in the side quest, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, you can't continue this side quest right now. It's like, what the fuck? Well, I want to knock, and it's like, well, you got to play another few hours, and then it's like, oh, then that'll pop up, be like, oh, so and so wants to talk to you, and it's like, at this point, I don't want to do that anymore. I'm just mainlining the fuck out of this at this point.
Yep.
That's what I'm doing at this point too, because I also don't want to burn myself out on the series before the third game comes out.
Understandable.
But yeah, dude, I mean, I'm still loving it. I was messaging you guys the other day about the romance option, so I'm hoping I'm going to get to this point where I'm able to go back and tidy
options?
up like certain quests and stuff.
Like, I know that Tifa is an option. Are there other options?
Yeah.
Aerith's an option? Okay.
I think.
Well, listen, no spoilers, but I don't think I would choose Aerith. Just saying.
No.
Listen, that might not be good. Probably don't want to do that.
Are you saying there might be something that happens?
I'm not saying anything, Jeff. I'm not saying anything.
Okay,
I don't want to get any spoilers. I'm not saying anything about stabby, person.
No. I had a feeling that this could happen just because I've heard Sephiroth being called the wifey killer. So I'm like, okay, well, either Tifa.
You've actually never played the original, have you?
I've actually never played the original.
Oh,
so
fuck.
I really sincerely have no clue.
Dude, Chris, the statute of limitations is way past.
I know. A game came out in 95 or something. Yeah. Come on.
It's my own fault. Like, I still haven't played Knights of the Old Republic, and when that got spoiled for me, I was like, I can't even be mad.
That one I would be mad about. But like even now, like, it would be my own fault. I can't let it. But that's a twist that would have been like, oh, now it would make playing that game for the first time look totally different.
Yep.
See, I played that when it very first came out on OG Xbox.
Yeah.
Like, I don't remember anything about that game. Like,
really?
I could easily go back. I could easily go back and play it again for the first time. Like,
you remember the main twist, though, right?
No, I don't even remember what you guys are talking about.
I wish I could go back and play KOTOR without doing that.
I never played the second one either. So
I didn't play the second one.
But yeah.
I heard the twist and I was like, how does that work? So, I mean, but that's probably going to be the main question I have if I ever play through it. I'm like, how exactly does this person be that person? I don't know, but yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, outside of, with Rebirth, I'm hoping that I'm able to have the point where I can go back and kind of more romance Tifa, that because I don't know what's carrying over into the third game. Like they haven't clarified exactly what progress is carrying. They said you don't need to have the progress, but and that was the way Mass Effect was too. So I don't know. I'm just trying to be prepared.
You might do a thing like you get to pick what you want to do if you want what happened.
Okay.
Like Witcher does that, and like
yeah,
Mass Effect did that if you didn't play the other ones or didn't import your save.
That's what I'm hoping to.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense they would do something like that.
Yeah. And then outside of that, so I tried the Mortal Shell 2 demo. And then
good, because I certainly was not helpful to Jeff last week.
Yeah, dude, when I was listening to that, Jeff was sitting there being like, I can't remember which one I really popped off for, if it was Mortal Shell 2 or Lords of the Fallen 2. And I was like, oh, it's Mortal Shell 2. It's Mortal Shell 2. Because
it probably was.
Lords of the Fallen 2, Fraser, he loves that game. He really loves Lords of the Fallen. He's very psyched for Lords of the Fallen 2. So there is zero shade to Lords of the Fallen 2 when I say this, but Mortal Shell 2 is unique and it pops out a lot more than Lords of the Fallen 2. Like Lords of the Fallen 2's trailer was very, hey, here's a character and here's the world. Mortal Shell 2 was heavy metal and started showing a lot of gore and a lot of executions and guns and very Bloodborne-esque type of gameplay. So it's I'm having fun with it. Dude, there's a lot to do in the demo. I haven't even finished the demo, but I have put in like over 2 hours into this demo. So and there was this part where I was just simply lost and didn't know where to go. And as Chris was mentioning last week, there is the shrines, right? Kind of like the bonfires. You can go in and you can cleanse them. So like when you find this bonfire, you find this shrine, you go inside of it, and it's like there's like a couple of rooms that you need to clear out from enemies, right? And sometimes you can find treasures in there. The last one I found, I found new weapons. Once I was able to cleanse that bonfire, then I realized it opened up the gateway into the next area. So I was lost for a while simply because I didn't cleanse that bonfire. And I'm finding some different parts in the demo where I'm realizing I'm not messing around with the environment enough to know where I need to go next. So that's really stuck out to me, and I think that's really cool. It's weird that I started off with that because I don't even feel that that's the big selling point for this game. The big selling point of this game that makes it so unique and different is, and I think you're going to like this, Jeff.
Exploding skeletons, right?
Exploding skeletons. Yeah. I mean, essentially, because you're just a shell of a humanoid, right? That's a whole gist. And you are trying to gather these shells of warriors, and then you take on these shells and that's your class. So if you beat a boss, you get that person's shell from that boss, right? So, and that boss will come with unique abilities, and it will come with a unique play style. I mean, it doesn't change everything. I'm making it sound more extravagant than it is, but it does come with all of those things, right? Now, another cool thing to that is the fact that when you die, you get a second chance. And the way the second chance system works in this game is it knocks you out of your shell, like your humanoid version, where you have no abilities. It's literally just sword slinging, and that's it. And now you need to damage enemies enough to get back up to 100% and call upon your shell again. So it's a really cool way to kind of do a second chance system. You cannot cheese this easily. Like if you're sitting there thinking, okay, well, if I'm in a boss fight and I die, well, I just need to be good enough to where I'm just doing enough damage and getting back into my shell. The more you die, the harder it is the more damage you're going to have to do to get back into your shell. So it is progressively going to be harder and harder to have that second chance. Now, with these classes and stuff, the thing that really surprised me is its immediate diversity. The second shell I got was a stealth shell, where it's like you go invisible and then you can just straight up backstab a person by walking up to them. It's a short time frame to do so, but regardless, you can just middle of combat go invisible and backstab them. It doesn't do crazy damage like I thought it would, but it is really good. And then outside of that, you also have different, I can't remember what they're called, totems, effigies, or something like that. And those things change your blocking ability. You can switch how you block. And by that, I mean the first ability you get is just a simple parry. Parrying in this game feels really good. The second somebody, it's a lot like, I don't necessarily want to compare it to Expedition 33. I mean, I guess it's close enough because it is very much you go based off of the timing of them swinging the sword. Like you smack that LB button the second they hit down on you, right? So the parrying feels really good. But the second option that I unlocked was where I turn into a stone form. So it's like if you're not good at parrying, there are other options for you. And the way the stone form works is really fucking cheese, man. It's like you press LB, you turn into a stone, and you will stay a stone for a solid like 5 seconds. So it gives the enemy a lot of opportunity to hit you. As soon as you do, you immediately just do a massive damage parry on that person. But it takes a while for it to refresh. You can't just sit there and spam that.
Spawn it. Yeah, spam it.
Yep. So
but after you do that counter attack, like, does it give you a moment of flinch that you can go after them?
A little bit of a flinch, but not enough to where you could just stay there hammering down on them. Like even with that ability, I'm not sure I'm personally loving it, just because I'm happening to refrain myself from the enemy as much as I am. Like I'm taking one swing, double dodging back, and then going back for it. Yeah, other than that, it seems like the world design is really cool. I know that's what I started off with, but between the world design, between the shell system, between the weapon system, and how like the parrying and stuff works in this game, the only other thing I have to mention to better describe this game is just its brutality. It's really cool. It's a lot of fun. If you're good at parrying, you're constantly ripping them apart, and that part's really cool. The art design is really cool, and I can absolutely see why you have Lords of the Fallen 2 mixed up with Mortal Shell 2, because they are very similar in style. But, you know, as soon as that demo starts off, you're met by this crow, like this dead corpse-looking crow with a skull in the middle of its mouth. Just looks cool as hell. The fact that they chose metal music to play for this trailer was like,
I'm gonna go back and watch those because I'm looking for it's out pretty soon, right? Or no?
Dude, they don't have a date on it.
Okay.
I haven't found one, and the only thing that I found that I thought was kind of sus was the fact that Best Buy had it listed for July 15th. But then when you click on it, it doesn't show anything. So I think that might just be a Best Buy bullshit.
Yeah, probably.
Still says 2026. And to anybody who's kind of weighing their options as to what they would want to get into, Lords of the Fallen 2, Mortal Shell 2. Mortal Shell 2 is coming out at like $50. Which I'm assuming is probably going to be because of its length. I don't know. But I got the deluxe edition pre-ordered for $70 with a steelbook on Amazon.
Nice.
So yeah, that's what I've been up to.
Nice. All right. Jeff, what about you, man? What are you buying?
You mentioned Steelbook. I'm going to Amazon right now to see
Dude, it looks pretty good.
I've been continuing with my gamer ADHD from last week. I played a bunch of a lot of shit. I played some Gears Reloaded, some more Cyberpunk, started BioShock remastered. I never
really?
finished the original one.
Oh, I didn't either, actually.
I had it spoiled for me at the end, and then it kind of pissed me off. So then I was like, I'm not playing the rest of this. And then I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll play that. Didn't stick to it too much though. Played some Crazy Taxi on my Dreamcast.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah. Some Daytona.
Let's go to the race. Let's go to the race.
But I ended up saying fuck it, and I started Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Because I'm like, if I keep putting these off because they're long, I'm just gonna have I'm just gonna have more long games that I keep putting off. And the reasoning was, I started seeing like the reviews and a lot of videos of the Adventures of Elliot or whatever, and that looks really good. And I was like, this might be the perfect game for when I go on my vacation, because it looks like something you can kind of hop in and out of or whatever. So I'm like, maybe I'll get that for my vacation and not start a long RPG. So I'm like, I'm just going to start Xenoblade Chronicles. And I did. And I'm 7 hours into it at this point. So I just started it a couple days ago. And I'm really liking it, man. I'm starting to see why people like feel the way they do about it. And I'm pretty early. It grabbed me right away. The voice acting is great. The characters seem awesome. The world seems great. It does seem kind of oldish. I mean, it came out on the Wii originally, I think, and then Definitive came out for Switch, or was it Wii U? I can't remember when the Definitive Edition came out, but then this is, of course, the Switch version, which then got the Switch 2 enhancements.
I think it was Wii U.
Yeah, I can't remember if the Definitive Edition originally came out for the Wii U or not, or if it was just the Switch. I can't remember if it was one of the ones they quickly did like a definitive edition or if they waited for the Switch. But either way, this is technically like the third edition of this, I guess. So it's all like, it's prettier. It's 60 frames, 4K when docked and stuff like that. The combat I wasn't that much of a fan of at the beginning, because it controls very much like an MMO, where you're not really controlling the attacks directly. You're moving your character and just selecting which arts to use when they come off cooldown, sort of thing. And you're just kind of figuring out what the best combination of when to use those are. And then your other party, you're not giving them a direct inputs. Like, you're not telling them what to do. So it's not like the new Final Fantasies, like the remakes, where you can kind of jump from character to character or tell them when to use their spells. It's like you're only controlling the one character in battle. You can control whichever one you want in between that and lead into battle with that character, but you'll only be using that character. So once you enter a battle, that's the only one you're controlling. But it does have some cool mechanics where if you build up a meter, you do like a link attack, which then kind of goes into not turn-based, but you get to select an attack from each character, and then they'll do them immediately, like in the order you decide, and then you get a chance to start that link again, so you can keep linking like arts together and like huge damage, which is really satisfying when you can pull that off. I don't really know how it works 100% yet. I just kind of just pick whatever I think is okay. Sometimes I get the link to keep going. Sometimes it stops after I do the three characters. So who knows?
It was the Wii that it came out first on, and then it was on Wii, and then 3DS, and then Switch and Switch 2.
Okay, that makes sense. So there wasn't the Wii U one. Wii U, I think, might have been X, Xenoblade Chronicles X.
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah, side quests so far are nothing. They're just literally like fetch quests and collect things and stuff like that.
Fetch quest. Does it feel MMO-y when you're playing it?
Well, for the side quests, I guess, yeah. But I guess in the first edition of the game, you used to have to return the quest to who gave them to you to turn them in. Now, once you do it out in the field or whatever, you just get the rewards once you complete it. So I've just been like getting every single side quest I possibly can. And if I'm close, and everything's well labeled on the map while you're walking around, it's like if you see a red exclamation mark and a like white circle, you know that's a side quest. So go do whatever that is, whether it's kill the enemies, collect the whatever. And then once you do what the quest is, you immediately get the rewards. So that's kind of what I've been doing there. And I haven't really been paying attention to why I'm doing those side quests. I'm just collecting them all. But the main quest is good. It's been good so far. As far as I know, you're living on these two gigantic, I don't know what they would be called. Like, they're not like kaiju, but these two gigantic things fought forever ago. They kind of killed each other at the same time, and they're basically like worlds. You're living on top of them. Like they even refer to areas in the world as like the knee of whatever this is, or like the elbow kind of thing. So it's kind of a unique kind of take on where you are, like the universe or whatever. They added in like these buggy things called ether jets, where you can kind of get around, or you're on like these like jet bikes, like hover bikes, and you get around pretty quickly. And oh my god, if you didn't have these, and I guess the older this is a new addition to the Switch 2 upgrade, they would like a lot of the time you'd just be walking from place to place, and I could see it taking a while. But with these things, you can like speed through everywhere, so it's pretty cool.
Cool.
Yeah, so I'm enjoying that so far. We'll see if
Sorry? What's the closest thing you would compare it to? Like, if you had to compare it to another game, what would you compare it to?
Final Fantasy 12. I'm not sure if that helps you at all.
Okay.
Not me.
Yeah. Not,
it just kind of like turn-based adjacent, essentially.
Yeah, it's very not turn-based-y. It's just kind of...
And that's interesting because if I remember correctly, like Final Fantasy 12 is like Final Fantasy 10 was very much a turn-based game, and it was actually their last one, right? I feel like from the mainline ones. And then 11 was online, and then 12 they moved to this like semi MMO style like battle system where they were just attacking automatically, if I remember correctly. And then if you wanted to throw in a special move of some sort or like a spell, then you can command them to do that. But it felt very different, and I never ever got used to it in 12. Like everyone tells me that 12 is great from a story perspective and all that other stuff, but like it felt weird to me. So
it's it did feel weird for me too, and I didn't quite really get into that too till they released their remastered version, the one that came out on like the PS4 and Xbox One back in the day. It like the gambit system took a bit to get used to. This is a little bit more interactive than that because you do have to select all the skills based on the character you're controlling. The only thing he'll do automatically is just standard attack.
Okay.
And the other characters will call things out, and it'll highlight things on the toolbar, like when you kind of should use stuff, which is a big help for someone like me who doesn't have a lot of experience in these games. I'm going to assume that wasn't in the original. That's something they added to at least the definitive edition anyway. If there's any kind of thing that I'm not outside of the side quests being kind of like nothing, you get some cool rewards and stuff from them, but they're not engaging in any way, shape, or form yet. But the other thing would be the voice acting during battles gets super repetitive. You hear the same phrases all the time.
They have their call outs, like their battle cries.
Oh my god, if I hear like what a bunch of jokers or whatever, like again, I swear. I'm just like, apparently you can adjust that in the options, and I keep forgetting to do it because I always remember about like, well, I'm in battle and like go after this battle, and then I just forget like immediately. I got like a fucking like, I don't know, I have like memory of a goldfish or something. It's like, oh, I forget.
Crispy critters.
yeah.
Oh gosh.
yeah. What's that from again? That's
Atomic Heart.
Oh yeah. That's right.
Thought I was gonna throw myself off a bridge.
Yeah, it's like that all over again. But no, I'm enjoying it so far. So it's the game that's stuck with me since I beat 007. So
hell yeah,
I'm definitely gonna keep playing that until something else happens. Like I was planning to get Elliot like the day we leave on our vacation, but we'll see. If I'm still digging this, I might just wait on Elliot for a while. We'll find out. But that's basically it, though.
When you heading on vacation?
Not till July, like the second week of July.
Oh, okay.
So I got some time. Yep. What about you, Chris?
I played a lot of Destiny this week, and it wasn't so to be perfectly clear, it wasn't playing Destiny because I'm again addicted to playing Destiny. It was one of those things where I'm kind of craving the social aspect of gaming right now a little bit. And Destiny definitely scratches that itch.
Definitely, for sure.
So yeah, I've been, if I'm not playing with someone else, I'm probably not playing. Like I ran, of all the time that I played this week, which may have resulted in like 10 to 15 hours of play, I'd say like 2 or 3 of those are by myself at most, right? But it's been it took a minute to get back into it. So I have for those that have been a part of InDis for a while, like Travis and I went through a big Destiny like thing where it was a job, right? So the last time I was pretty into Destiny, it was when they released Lightfall, and there have been 3 new expansions since then. So since then, we've gotten Final Shape, the Edge of Fate, and Renegades. So it was a lot, and they did that last content update on Tuesday, or I can't remember if it was this past Tuesday or the Tuesday before, but
Tuesday before. We talked about it last show.
Yeah. So jumped right back in, and my character was, and this, it's pretty scary going back in because your power level is 10. Like everything you had has all been reset to 10. And what do you, how is that going to work? Like, how are you going to do anything? And like everything is, like the lowest power level for activities, is for end game activities is 300, right? So shit, I have to get all the way back up to 300, but it's not that bad because you go and see one of the Vanguard and at the tower, and we're about to get a cat. Come on, buddy. And she basically bumps you up to 300. So you go from 10 to 300 immediately. So you go to the tower, you talk to Ikora, and Ikora gives you a bunch of gear. And if you are a returning player, you probably have some gear that you like, right? Well, you can just all infuse that gear with all that new stuff into that gear to get yourself up to 300 with the gear that you're used to. So it hasn't been so bad. My current level is in the 430s, I think, and 440 is the soft cap, and the power cap is 550. So 440 is when you're doing typical story mission stuff. 440 is where it stops dropping advancing gear. So like if you're playing through the story, you can get from 300 to 440 playing through storylines. After that, you have to do more advanced, like master strikes and stuff like that. And all that stuff is matchmaking. It's all very fun. And if you're a new player, you can easily jump into a group with 2 other people that are just going to Sherpa you through the whole damn thing. But it did take a bit to get back into it and really get an understanding of everything that all the new stuff. But it all feels relatively familiar again. So I finished the story of Final Shape, which was really cool, I will say. And that is like one of the things that Jeff and I were talking about last week is like, was this on the show that we talked about this?
Yeah.
Where like the light and dark storyline has ended. Well, Edge of Fate starts a new storyline that is super interesting and has some really, really like for people that know Destiny and know the characters, has some really effective storytelling in it. So I was really impressed with that. And then I did the first mission in Renegades, and I talked about that last week. But since then, I did finish up the Edge of Fate storyline as well, and that was great. So now I'm doing some side quests in Kepler, which is the location for Edge of Fate, and then I'll probably move on to Renegades. So I want to at least get through the campaigns so that I have a good idea of where Destiny was left. I like where they left the light and dark story. There's still part of it that I'm missing because the raid is a part of the story, and there's a new like 12-person matchmaking mission that you can do where you go and defeat the witness, like final defeat him. And from what I understand, that is one of the coolest activities they've got, and I haven't done it yet. So I still need to do that. but yeah, like it still feels really, really good. Like I still have, I don't play a whole lot of shooters, but like I certainly still think Destiny feels better than the vast majority of them from a mechanics perspective. You still have the ability to play it to the way you want to, even more so now. There's 5 different elemental classes that you can pick from. And then there's now a prismatic class where you can mix and match shit. And it's all still very fun to do. I would suggest for those of you that have played Destiny before, certainly pick it up and take a look. It might be overwhelming at first, but once you figure out where you need to go, it all kind of settles back into place. For those that are new to Destiny 2, it's a lot. It's a lot. But there are videos out there that will help you get used to it. And the first thing that I would say to do is there is a campaign, like a mini campaign called New Light. And essentially what New Light does is it teaches you Destiny. Like if Jeff, you played the original Destiny, right?
I played both. I played 1 and 2.
Okay. So it'll look familiar because New Light starts out like Destiny 1 did. Where you're discovered at the Cosmodrome, and the first thing you have to do is go find a gun and find a ship. And then it all kind of
I should probably do that. That's where I should probably start then.
Yeah, because that's where if you go start with New Light, because and let me know. I'll run shit with you. But it'll introduce you to the subclasses again. It'll introduce you to the way all of the abilities are set up now, the way the loadouts are set up. It'll be a big help.
Okay, I'll try that.
And from there, like you can decide what you want to do, because you said you bought the complete edition, right? You bought everything.
Yeah.
So you have.
I have a lot of shit to get through.
You have 1, 2, 3, 4.
I just don't know when I'll get to it.
There's at least 7 or 8 campaigns that you can run through, and there's some really good content in there. So.
Now, Chris, what did you get? Did you buy Renegades and Fate's Edge or Edge of Fate?
So I have I've now actually double dipped on PC and PS5. Okay. So I've got everything for both now. And I got them both for like $25. So but for PS5, I got a lot less for that $25 because I already had everything up to final shape. So for the $25, I basically got Edge of Fate, Renegades, and the season pass or the year pass of this year, I guess. I don't remember. But yeah, so all of that stuff is accessible for me right now. And if you did end up getting the $25 or $26, everything, like you literally have access to any activity that's in the game right now. So, and there is a lot. And for people that are listening, like if you have questions about where to go, like come into the Discord and ask. Like I will help you. I have no problem with that. Like I'm certainly not nearly as into Destiny as I was maybe 3 years ago, or even when Destiny 2 first came out, especially. But I still very much know my way around, and I can help out if you need it. So feel free to come in and drop a message in the Discord, and I'll help you out where I can. But I would love to jump in with some folks on the Discord and play some Destiny. I think it would be fun.
It would be.
Yeah. See, those most 2 recent expansions that I just listed, those are not a part of the PlayStation Plus extra stuff that they gave out. Because they just added the Destiny collection. So that's why I asked that. And then with PC, I don't know. It's on sale everywhere, though, right now, isn't it? Still?
The sale is over now, if I remember.
Damn it.
So the sale has ended. But, I mean, what I would say is it's going to go on sale again. So,
100%.
Yeah.
Are you looking for PC or are you looking for PS5?
Well, see, I own the majority on Xbox, and I have almost everything on PC. So I've also double dipped like you, and now because of PlayStation Extra, I've got most. So I don't care. It's really wherever's cheapest,
wherever it lands first with the sale, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So the collection is back up to $70.
Damn.
Oh damn.
But the thing is that if you look at if you have almost everything already, the expansions, Final Shape and Edge of Fate, they're only Edge of Fate and Renegades, they're $20 each.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not too bad. Considering that we've spent like $50 to $60 every fucking expansion that's come up, that's not bad.
Yeah, and like it's again, there's a lot of content there. If you wanted to, what's really interesting is that essentially Edge of Fate and Renegades are two brand new stories that have nothing to do with any, like very little to do with any of the previous expansions. So you could go and get like a story summary of all the Light and Dark saga, and then pick up from Edge of Fate and just play that. And it would be interesting. The big thing you would have to just make sure is that you understand who, I think a lot of it is around Ikora. So you want to make sure that you have Ikora's, you kind of have an idea of who Ikora is. But I'll tell you what, man, the release of the final update has really made the numbers for Destiny 2 take off. So I really hope that they take note, because if you look at Destiny right now, like I'm looking at SteamDB, and just on Steam, there are over 100,000 players right now playing the game.
Hell yeah.
And the peak in the last 24 hours is 117,000. And the current all-time peak is 316,000. I guarantee you there's not that many people playing Marathon.
Yeah.
You know?
No, definitely not.
Especially across all platforms too.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like, this is just Steam. Steam currently online for Marathon, less than 10,000. So there are 10 times more people playing Destiny right now. So, Bungie, Sony, take note. Like, people want more Destiny. You just got to figure out how to do it the right way. That's all.
I'm sorry, but side note, like, the thing I keep seeing online is people being like, Destiny 2 hasn't made as much money as it spent to make the game. How the fuck is that even possible? Like, do we know that as a factor? Is that just something somebody said and everybody took it as gospel? Because that sounds like bullshit to me.
I'll tell you one thing, Marathon's definitely not making enough money too.
No.
Yeah. Huh. I guarantee they sold a ton of those complete editions at that $25 price range.
100%. I mean, I got it, and I haven't touched Destiny 2 in like...
You haven't touched it since you bought it. You logged in one time.
Well, no, I finished it. I finished Destiny 2.
No, I mean, since you bought the 25 the complete edition, you haven't played
I have not. I booted it up once and then was like, oh my god, I have no idea what I'm doing.
It's a lot.
But I'll get to it eventually. I didn't buy it to play it right away. I mean, I waited 5 or whatever since the last time I played it was. I can wait longer, but
and Frage played with us only once so far, but it was a blast, man. Like he jumped in with some of the Void Warden folks, and like he jumped right in and got along with people right away. And
nice.
It's I love the social aspect of gaming. It really helps, especially this week wasn't the greatest week for me. So being able to jump into Destiny, hang out with people, and fucking blow things up, like, I felt good. So,
hell,
definitely.
So this week was therapeutic Destiny 2, just so everybody knows. But yeah, that's it for me. But yeah, for both of you, like if you're thinking about jumping back into Destiny, drop me a line, man. We'll do it.
Okay.
Word. All right.
What's next?
Should we get to news? Well, there's only one news. Well, there's a bunch of news we're going to cover from the past probably in this segment. Because we usually don't talk about the more like depressing or just like dire situations that are in the gaming industry, but I feel like what happened last week, we kind of have to talk about it at this point because there's a lot to say. So basically Microsoft came out and they said that they're basically resetting the structure and everything. Asha Sharma said this a couple weeks back. She said that they're going to have to make some tough decisions. Last week, nothing's official yet, but it turns out that Ninja Theory, Double Fine, and Compulsion Games are all about to get shut down.
I didn't know about Double Fine.
Yeah, Double Fine
Seriously?
is apparently going to be okay. Tim Schafer, he put something on his socials, like kind of like I can't remember if it was a Happy Face or something, but apparently they've been in negotiations to spin off and get their independence back for a bit now.
Good.
So
Good.
it looks like that probably is going to happen. Like, knock on wood. Compulsion most likely get shuttered. Ninja Theory. This one's kind of.
This is surprising to me because did Ninja Gaiden 4 not do well? Like,
well, they don't make Ninja Gaiden. You're thinking of Team
Oh
Ninja.
no, sorry, that's not Ninja Theory. My bad.
You're thinking of Hellblade. No, Hellblade did not do well.
Hellblade did not do well.
Just got announced though.
Yeah, but Senua just got announced.
That's weird because we talked about that from the Xbox
a couple weeks ago. Yeah,
a couple weeks ago, and both of us were really impressed with the way that looked. Yep. So to know that Ninja Theory is all of a sudden getting thrown out, like that's
like they're so. We'll jump into this part of it now, I guess, because we're talking about Ninja Theory. So apparently they're a small studio. They're under 100 people. They do run their studio very cheaply, apparently, and they tweeted out a few weeks ago like a very weird tweet that I wish I could. Actually, I will pull it up right now real quick. But they and everyone's kind of like, that's kind of a weird thing to just randomly put out there. But then, of course, journalists do their journalistic thing, and it seems to be that Microsoft were in talks to shutting them down or spinning them off or whatever for a while, but they put them in the showcase as a way to showcase the game to like other publishers and everything. And this is a thing, like, I get that on paper that might seem like a nice gesture, and I won't say it totally isn't one unless Ninja Theory specifically says they didn't want them to do that, because for all we know, they could have went to Ninja Theory and Ninja Theory might have been like, yes, please show the game, show it out there, and then when the hype for Senua, or like it wasn't wish listed a lot, or the trailers didn't get viewed a lot, that might have made some publishers been like, okay, we're not really gonna pick them up right now or pick up that game. So I don't know, because it's kind of a douchey thing to do, to be like, here's a game that's coming, and not only is it kind of like shitty to kind of like maybe shut them down right after, it sucks for all the game, like the fans out there too, that got excited for Senua, because now it might not even see the light of day.
Yeah.
Which leads me to ask, like, how much validity is in all of this as far as this being a for sure thing? Because it seems like to me somebody said, hey, Asha's looking at everything, and these are a couple of the studios she's looking at, and this is a possibility. And then all these news outlets just ran with it.
Yeah. I think there's some truth to it. I'd say it's probably 80% probably accurate. Because I think if it wasn't, they would have said something by now.
Yeah, that's true.
Especially because like was kind of at the beginning of the week last week, and it's just kind of like snowballed. I do think like there was talk that Xbox is looking to spin off a lot of their smaller developers, either sell them off or shut them down. Sorry, the tweet here from Ninja Theory is a big thank you to our first 5,000 followers. This is from Senua. This is from like the new game. We are here for the start of our journey to launch Senua, and we couldn't be more energized and excited. We are a relatively small, passionate team of game developers, about 85 people. Your support means a lot. Thank you. I guess that's not too weird, actually. I thought there was one that mentioned the like they're cheap to run or something like that. I don't know. But apparently they are. Like, even though their game didn't sell too well, like Hellblade 2, apparently I think it did like make some money, because they rent a lot of their equipment. They don't own it straight up, so that kind of helps. But anyway, neither here nor there. So sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to mention, when it came to Senua, when they first showed it, now I love Hellblade 1, I love Hellblade 2, I'm huge fans, they resonated with me, really fucking love those games. When Senua was announced, my gut instinct, and I'm not just saying this because of what we know now, this was genuinely my direct instinct when I saw it, was I don't know what this is, because something feels different about it. And they made it very clear very, very quickly, hey, this is going to be an action adventure type of game. everything about this game has screamed to me, Hellblade 2 didn't work, pivot. And I was just immediately concerned, especially with them being like, oh, actually the game's just called Senua now. So just reading between the lines without anything that you just talked about, as a fan of the series, I was already concerned before we found any of this out. And yeah, I don't know where I was going with that, but I'm just saying, like,
I wasn't concerned. I was excited because they've made character action games in the past that have been awesome. They haven't been like they made DMC, which I thought was great. Heavenly Sword, I thought was great.
Sword, which,
for the time was really good.
At the time was like it was really fun.
Yeah.
It was super short, but like one of the things that Ninja Theory has always really excelled at was the presentation of the game. You know, when it comes to what they did with Ninja Theory and how they pushed forward storytelling involving Andy Serkis, getting all the motion capture done.
Yeah,
like
they were the first to kind of do all that.
Yeah, they did that at a very, very high level before most other studios did. You know, and you know, it really, like, that really resonated moving forward for them, even with the Hellblade series, right? So this super surprised me. My hope is that they're going to be fine, and they get picked up by another publisher or something like that. Or I don't know how that's all going to work, but I mean, I certainly don't want them to stop making games. That's for sure.
Oh God, no, definitely not. Definitely not Double Fine. Like,
go back to being independent. That's I think that now that we're talking about this, that's what I was thinking of, was the fact of this doesn't feel like what they wanted to do, because the first Hellblade game was clearly, if you watch the behind the scenes, was clearly a work of passion. And Senua, I was like worried that this didn't feel like a work of passion. This felt like, hey, we're telling you to make this thing. It didn't feel like this.
I don't think they were told by Xbox to do that.
So?
No, not at all. Okay. I think they are taking the fans' feedback, and because of how like it did, that they wanted, because 2 was even a step down to the first one in terms of like game mechanics and like stuff you do. I just don't think they had the time to do it, and that's kind of one of the problems, because we hate to see this, but Microsoft, they did too much to gather up this portfolio of IP and studios, and they bought 2 big publishers, and they can't have the output that they want and make money, especially when Game Pass didn't grow like they expected it to, because that's why they got all these smaller publishers. They were supposed to be like the end publishers. Like you have all your big games, and then you have the ones that are like by compulsion, by Ninja Theory, like Double Fine, that kind of like accent the Game Pass months on times when there's not a big release. And when those games aren't doing well enough and Game Pass isn't growing, you kind of have to do something. And I think these are what the 3 teams, we'll start with Compulsion and like Ninja Theory. Their games are good. I've liked them. I mean, I like South of Midnight. It is an okay game. I would say it's better. It's good. It is a good game. That's pretty much where it's at. But they took how long to make that game? Like 7 years to make South of Midnight, and 7 years and 7 years for Hellblade 2. Like, I don't think any publisher is going to be like, like, you kind of can't have that when the games don't do well and it's not pushing Game Pass things, and they're resetting everything. And it's just like, it's a reality that's like, it's hard to swallow, but it's like, you can't. Xbox they were too lenient on their studios. They didn't intervene in it. We heard this first with Redfall, when they were hoping it was going to get canceled. All the devs were hoping Redfall was going to get canceled, and when they got bought by Xbox, and Xbox didn't, they just took up what's his face, who was the head of ZeniMax at the time, and basically said, no, it's going to be good, whatever. They were like, okay, we trust you guys, go ahead and do it. And then they put out Redfall, and it was like, what the fuck? That was like the first domino to like fall and be like, okay, you got to start telling these studios, like, have like deadlines or have whatever. And when you have so many, you can't keep track of all that shit. And I don't know. It's
a hard thing to juggle, isn't it? Because it's like, well, you want to give them room for to get their art done and get the job done, and you don't want to make them feel pressured. We talk about crunch, and it felt like at the time, wow, Xbox is this huge corporation that isn't breathing down the necks and pushing crunch in a world where you constantly see, the workforce being, abused essentially. And, so at the time it was like, oh, wow, this is awesome. But now we're seeing what can happen when you're too lenient.
Well, but they were this thing is that was the previous management's fault, and this is what really sucks as well, is they were told to just make whatever they want because this is supposed to be Game Pass games. Like, this is supposed to be the games that just kind of like sprinkle in there. Like, they don't have to do well. They don't have to be like these crazy big AAA projects, but they wanted them to make games that won like awards on like an art level type thing or whatever, and they'd be fine. So that's what they went ahead and did. Then Asha came in and her new team, and they're basically saying, we're focusing on the big games now, the AAA games. That's what we need to focus. Like, why aren't we focusing on these? So they're kind of getting shit for something that they were told to do, but now the new management's like, well, that's not the direction we're going now. Because you can tell they are resetting. They are basically resetting, and they're going to get rid of some of these studios, and I hope they do get spun off. I hope some publishers want to pick them up.
Yeah,
I would like to see them go independent, but realistically, that can't happen for a lot of them because they have no money.
It will be, for a lot of them, it's going to be difficult.
It's like, you can go independent, but where are you going to get the money from? Like, you still have all these employees that need salary, they have family, they need bills to pay. If they're all willing to be like, we're not going to get paid for a long time, let's go find other jobs and do this like a part-time thing, sure, go at it. But I don't think a lot of them will be able to do that. And I get what she's saying, why we're going to focus on the AAA stuff, our big IP. And I get it. From like, I can just see Ash coming in and being like, okay, so you guys own Fallout. Yes. How long have you owned Fallout for? I don't know, since when did they buy ZeniMax? 2018, 2019?
2017, 2018,
2017 something like that. How many Fallout games have you put out since then? Okay, one. Which one? Fallout 76. Okay, why isn't there a new Fallout game? Well, you see, Bethesda's working on this game called Starfield. Okay, so how long did that take to make? Oh, like 9 years, or how many years that was? Okay, so you guys had 2 seasons of a Fallout show that have had great ratings, and there was nothing Fallout released in that time period. Where's Fallout 3 remastered? Where's New Vegas remastered? Well, we did put out Fallout 4 current gen edition. Oh, how'd that go? Oh, it broke it, and people said it's not as good as the backwards compatible version of last year's. Oh, well, what the fuck are you guys doing? What else do you own? Oh, we own Elder Scrolls. Okay, when was Skyrim released? I don't know, 2008 or 2009?
It's been over a decade.
Yeah, exactly. So where's 6? Well, you see, so Bethesda had this thing called Starfield. Okay, so that game, how did that do? It did okay, but it didn't. Okay, so why the fuck aren't we prioritizing that? Well, they are working on that now. Okay, cool. So Fallout 5? Well, no, because Todd Howard said that they're going to work on that after Elder Scrolls. I was just like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Like, you're sitting on all these popular IPs, but you're not doing anything with them. Like, you can't prioritize the stuff that's not popular over the stuff that is popular. And I totally get it. Like, that's what all the publishers are kind of doing right now. And they're just kind of like, I don't know, man. They're on fire, basically. Well, yeah, Wolfenstein. One. Where the fuck is Wolfenstein 3? Like, Doom. Dude, they did release a Doom, so good. There's been rumors that id might be one of the developers that's in trouble. That one is I don't know how true that one is, because of course, once these leakers come out, people start running with stuff that I don't know. Who knows?
Engagement farm, dude. I don't know. That's sorry, I'm struggling for the words because it really fucking sucks.
It's frustrating, and it's not like we haven't seen it before either, because they shut down Tango a couple years ago too, after they released a game that everyone fucking loved. Everyone loved it, and they shut them down anyway. And like Tango got acquired by a different publisher, but
they did. Krafton got them.
Yeah, and I don't know what they're doing right now though. It's like
they haven't announced it yet, but who knows?
So yeah, we're going to lose Ninja Theory, right? And then what happens to them?
On paper,
Are they going to? Yeah, are we going to lose? Are they going to get another publisher? Maybe, but then what happens? Like, what happens when that new publisher gets involved? Are we going to even see Senua? Is that ever going to happen now? Like, we don't know.
If it's true that Microsoft was trying to shop it around through the showcase, I'm sure if someone were to purchase Ninja Theory or at least publish their next game, it probably would be Senua. That seems like they're already willing to be like, we'll give you the IP. Because they did that with Tango as well. They didn't just buy Tango. They got the Hi-Fi Rush IP. I think they didn't get the Evil Within IP though. So that's another thing. It depends on what Xbox is ready to let it get away with. Like, if they get to keep the IP, then sure, that's even better. But are they willing to let all these developers take their IP with them if they get spun off?
So I did just look it up since you since you mentioned it. It looks like Krafton did. It also confirmed that the acquisition would include the rights to Hi-Fi Rush.
Yeah.
And that there were plans to continue developing the property and explore future projects. The Evil Within and Ghostwire Tokyo rights remain at Microsoft.
Yeah, okay.
Well,
gotcha.
They better fucking use them because those I didn't play Ghostwire Tokyo, but fucking Evil Within 2, man. I fucking love that game.
Yeah.
Dude,
here's my thing. Counterpoint. I don't think they should be working on that.
Well, yeah.
That series didn't do that well. Like, it's got its very like hardcore audience, but it didn't. And this like economy now, and especially in this industry, you have to do well. Like, we might see Bungie get shut down like during last week as well.
Crazy.
It looks like they're going to cut Bungie's Bungie's team in half, 400 people.
Yep.
Like, you expect them to put Marathon in a good place by axing half the people. And how many of these people are upper management? I bet you none. Like, none of these execs are taking a hit on any of this shit. And they're like, Microsoft ones probably will, because like Asha seem to be clearing house. Like, it is a reset. Like they're kind of starting from zero. That's what it seemed like it's going to be. And we won't know the full brunt of this till the end of June, because I think fiscal year is the end of June, or they're at the quarter. So July is when it's going to happen, like right at the beginning of July. And sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, no. You go ahead. You finish your thought.
No, I bet that's basically what I was going to say. Like, that's when we're going to know for sure how much of this is conjecture and how much of this is like true. I think it is like 80% true, especially regarding Compulsion and Ninja Theory. The Double Fine stuff, I don't know.
Have you seen
the three? I think Double Fine is the most likely to be okay.
Yeah. If they close down Double Fine, dude, people will be beyond pissed.
There will be a revolution of sorts. Like, that would be bad.
You pissed off the wrong crowd when you do that, for sure.
Yeah, exactly. You can't. Yeah, Tim Schafer. No, he's a fucking icon. And their games are good. Well, I didn't play Kiln, but it's the thing. Like, you can't. Like, you want to be. Like, put out Kiln. And this is, I'm hoping that Double Fine had Kiln and then a bigger game in development. I hope so, for their sake, because Keeper didn't do that well, but no one expected Keeper to do very well. That is purely like a Game Pass game or something you get on sale or like on a subservice or whatever. It's a short game. It's really well done. It's excellent, but it's today's market ain't buying that shit. There's no fucking way. Psychonauts 2, I think, is their best-selling game of all time, and I don't even think it did like crazy numbers. So I think Microsoft would be like, you have to do Psychonauts 3. They're not going to give you a new IP. Like, it's she basically said she wants to lean into the big ones. Like, but she said Halo, Gears, Elder Scrolls, Fallout, Forza, obviously. Forza is like, I think they're the only studio that right now is 100% off the hook is Playground Games, because Forza sold 6 million and that's in Game Pass, and that the PS5 version hasn't even come out yet. They're good, and Fable looks great. So
Fable does look great.
Yeah, and Gears does look really good too. But last week as well, of course, when shit hits the fan, more shit just keeps coming through that fan into people's faces, because the whole thing is, apparently Gears had a budget of $400 million. It looks like a damn good game, it's been in development for how long as well? Like more than 7 years?
Yep.
8 years? 9.
I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure my cat has passed in front of this camera more this episode than every other episode of InDis combined.
100%.
What? That's at least like the 6th time that he's passed by. Like,
yeah.
What the fuck are you doing, cat? Come on.
So,
well, I feel like it always comes back to the expectations that they have, what they're expecting from these studios. And it kind of feels like a toxic parent situation where it's like your parents nagging you about, oh, you need to be doing this, that, and the other thing. So then you work this, that on the other thing. But then because you've been working on this, that, and the other thing, now that one thing over here in the corner has been neglected, and they come into your room and you're in trouble again because of that thing in the corner.
Starts to like, it's like,
yeah, that's what it feels like. It's just like, okay, what the fuck do you want from me? Because you have unrealistic expectations. I've been making what you want. I've been staying within the boundaries that you set for me. And yet somehow every time I can't do anything right. And I'm sure that's how these devs feel.
100%.
And I think to your point, did you see that Greg Miller viral video that's been going around online?
Yeah, I did.
Everybody's like bashing him. I listened to that.
I listened to that whole episode.
Pretty much the whole gist of it is, essentially what you're saying, correct me if I'm wrong, because it's like, I don't think he was saying, he was saying to toss out the console. The problem is that, they've neglected the console. In the notes that I took earlier, like just looking at Xbox's game plan and what their focuses have been, it's like their console hasn't been their focus for these past 5 years.
No.
So it's like you can't just all
Game
of a sudden
Pass has been everything.
Yeah, you can't just revert courses and care all of a sudden and expect that everybody's going to be on board with that. And by what I mean by that is that we've gone 6 years into this console's life cycle. Now all of a sudden, after you told me for 6 years I shouldn't buy a console, now you're telling me to buy a console because of Gears E-Day and Clockwork Revolution. And to kind of also add in another point into all of this, like Gears E-Day, right? And we've been talking about, like, the news and stuff has been talking about PlayStation and them taking away the PC exclusives. And I'm sorry, but both exclusives ideas are dog shit. Because at the end of the day, with PC, with PlayStation, it's like you cannot expect people to fucking care about a 2-year-old game and spend full price and expect these crazy sales number and then be like, well, I guess that didn't work. We're going to take that away. And the same goes for Xbox. You can't just throw these exclusives in here and automatically, well, we've put this much money into it, so surely we'll get all these sales from it. It's like, no, I am sincerely concerned about the fact that it's like once Gears E-Day comes out, it's console exclusive, it's only on PC and Xbox. I hope those sales are good enough for them. I'm worried about what their expectations are.
Like Ash even said, they expect to lose a shitload of money on Gears. Like they're going to lose a lot of sales. Like those
$400 million. Yeah, that's going to be hard.
They're not going to move the needle for the company. They have to shit or get off the pot, and they have to commit to one of two things. They either make everything exclusive and lose that revenue from Steam. I think they could probably still put it on their own store, so they keep all the sales. They keep it just everything console exclusive, which they're still gonna have a problem with selling the console. So it's either three things, and I think they have to take out day one games on Game Pass for their games. They have to do it. They have to cut that cord, and they're going to lose revenue there because I'm sure a lot of people get. That's the only reason I had Game Pass. I don't have Game Pass anymore. It lapsed like last week, and I didn't re-up it because the main reason was day one games, and I found myself buying them anyway. So I'm like, I'm not really going to sub-brand.
You're not saving anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like for me, PC Game Pass made sense in the sense that I was playing games that I normally wouldn't buy anyway.
Yeah.
I was trying it out that way. But they raised the price. I let that lapse and I never picked it up again. So I actually just did a little bit of math. Like if it was $400 million for Gears, If they're selling it at $70, they have to sell about 6 million to break even.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
And that's assuming that nobody else is getting a piece of that pie. Like they're not selling it for 70. They're selling it for less than that because the distributor needs a piece of that pie. You know, the stores need a piece of that pie. So
it's on Game Pass.
It's on Game Pass. That's right. So you're actually looking probably closer to 7 or 8 million.
And I think that's why people are freaking out at these opinions that we're having or other creator like Greg Miller are having, because we're not sitting here talking about what we want anymore. We're talking about like, how do you keep Xbox alive anymore? That's
what it comes down to. Yeah,
the conversation is pivoting to. So it's like, no, I don't want to see Xbox die. I'm probably going to get agitated talking about all this stuff because I fucking love Xbox. It's been my console for so long, and I want to see it succeed, and I want to feel like I want to feel comfortable in 2026 to buy shit digitally and feel like secure in that purchase, that it's going to be there in 5-10 years. But I'm in a place of genuinely being concerned that I don't know where Xbox is going to be in 5 to 10 years.
Honestly, dude, I'm not even sure that changes. If, like you say, buying digitally and you want to be comfortable that it'll be there, I'm not even sure you say that buying physically at this point, because every single one of them is install your game and get downloads anyway.
It's been that way for so long.
Yeah, it's been, I mean, the PS, this generation is where it like hard locked it in, right? And that's that's, as for someone who is a collector like me, I don't know what that means for like PS5 games. Like, am I going to be able to play any of these games in like 30 years or 20 years or whatever? It's like, who the fuck knows? Like, I don't know. I can still play all my NES games. It's been 30+ years on that.
Yeah, you got to keep everything installed and on a hard drive if you want to do that for sure.
Yeah,
for real.
Yeah, no, that's the scary part. And the thing with Greg Miller's rant is he kind of just totally cuts. He was saying they should just go full developer, or not developer, full publisher, and just make games. Forget about the hardware.
Go the Sega route.
Kind of, yeah. But the thing is, he totally disregarded the console players, and that's the problem. It's like the console players want to see it succeed because they want another console. They want to be able to keep moving forward with it. Some people have only put their time into an Xbox. They're not like us who are like hobbyists and buy mostly everything. At some point in time, we were in every single ecosystem for these machines. Like whether it was like last gen, this gen, whatever. Like Chris doesn't have an Xbox, but you have Game Pass here and there, and you play games on that system.
Yeah,
Nathan and I
were talking about this before the show started. I said Nathan and I were talking about this before the show started. It's like I was the person that got every console up until this generation. This is the first generation where I did not pick up one of the mainstream consoles. Yeah, and the primary reason is because I can get it on PC if I want. So it's like I can still play those games. I just have to buy them on PC, right? So
yeah, of course.
And that's what I told Chris was, I'm like, and I think that speaks volumes as far as like, this is the first console you were like, I'm okay with not having. And I think that only fortifies the whole point of like, is that point changing anytime soon? I mean, is Asha changing that opinion with
she has to
clockwork?
That's the thing, is she has to stick to something and stick to it long term. Like, they have to go all exclusive, at least on console. They have to. And they have to make the hard decision of they have Fallout, they have Call of Duty, they have Elder Scrolls. If they want a legit shot of like keeping the hardware healthy, they have to make those exclusive. They have to at this point. And they can, if they want to, they can try it. And then if it fails, they throw those games out everywhere. That's fine. Like, I don't think anyone's gonna mind. But if they actually want a shot at healthy hardware, they have to do that. And the hybrid thing's not going to work. We've talked about that discussion many times. That's not going to move the needle at all. The only thing here's the thing.
Just real quick, like we talked a little bit. Just real quick, we talked a little bit about like the way Sony is backing away from PC, but I actually think the way Sony was doing it from a console seller perspective was pretty smart. It's like we're going to release on PC, but it's going to be 3 to 6 months, you know. And you know, if I'll be honest with you, if they did that with Xbox, I would have an Xbox Series X. I would have one. Yeah, because I don't like to wait for my fucking games.
That's the thing. We are impatient motherfuckers, and a lot of gamers are.
And that's so when like I'm upset about Sony pulling out of exclusive on PC. I think the exclusives on PC was a good idea. I know that they had a rough road with that a little bit, but I think it was smart. I think that type of model would work better for Microsoft.
Xbox. It would. It probably would. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if it's just coming to Steam later, if they just put it on the Xbox app on PC and just bring it to Steam later, like just stuff like that would. But I don't know. It's gonna get uglier before it kind of cleans up. It's gonna get worse, and I think we're gonna have even worse news in the next couple weeks because I don't think this is just like the tip of the iceberg. Because if this is the stuff that leaks, I'm sure there's a lot of stuff that doesn't. So
something to add on to Chris's point. The only thing I'll say about the PC side of it is, and I'm strictly speaking from my point of view here, but it's like PC gamers are just, they're such a different breed. Like the majority of PC gamers that I've met in my life or interacted with, that they're in a totally different mindset with games and how they consume them. I don't think of a lot of PC gamers that I know in the realm of gaming that I'd say the three of us are in, where we're very concerned about playing the newest AAA games,
right away.
Indie games. Right away. Exactly. When I think of a PC player, I think of somebody who does not give a shit. They're here for the Steam sales. They're not buying games until there's a major discount on said games. Because most of my friends, I'm like, God of War comes to PC. Oh, cool. Wishlist it. Waits 2 more years.
Yeah.
Like they just don't give a shit. Like they got too many games to play. Like they're
that's true.
not as concerned about what we're playing. And I don't know. That's the only reason I say that I felt like the PlayStation, how they were doing it was kind of like, nah, like you either need to go all in on this or at least communicate.
They should have tried at least 1 or 2 games day one to see how that would have done. Yeah.
Just say 6 months to 1 year, but they never communicated that. Everybody's like, most of my friends who are like PlayStation fanboys or whatever, they're like, oh yeah, you know, or oh wait, no, I'm sorry, I said that the other way around. Most of my PC gamer friends are like, just get a PC. You don't need a PlayStation, and that's stupid. And blah 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 blah. I'm like, nobody has ever said with any amount of certainty that you're getting these games. Ever. There's never been a sweeping declaration like with Xbox where it's like, you're going to get all these PC games. Well, no, that's never happened. And it's genuinely been a thing of, we're just kind of expecting it now. And it's like Astrobot never came to PC. There's a lot of stuff that hasn't come to PC yet. And now we finally got a definitive, like, hey, it's not happening. You're not going to be getting this stuff. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm glad I put my money into a PlayStation 5.
I get why Sony's doing it. They want to keep people in their ecosystem too. And they can afford to do it. That's the thing. Xbox can't. They are hemorrhaging users, and they can't do that. Sony can, because they make so much money just off third-party sales on their machine that they can do that. They can just keep everything exclusive. It's not a big deal for them to pull out of the PC market. If Xbox pulls out of the PC market, that's a big deal. If they cut day one games from Game Pass, it's a big deal. But they have to do one or the other, or else there's no incentive to get one of their boxes that from people that are not already invested in the ecosystem. There's zero reason to.
There's another way I'll put this is the other option for them is to make sure your Xbox is a true competitor to what Steam is making. Like the Steam is making, and you know, Steam was successful with the Steam Deck, right? It's a console, runs on Linux, has a lightweight OS on top of it, and you can play all your Steam games. Make a If you want your Xbox to be competitive, make it competitive with the Steam Deck or with Steam Machine. Like make an actual PC like entertainment center PC that you can load right into all your games. And you're already talking about Xbox having, like, the next Xbox having Steam. Make sure it's as friendly to use. That's the big thing. And then market it in a way that you're marketing it to people that are both PC, Xbox gamers. I think that would be helpful too.
Yeah,
Maybe.
then you run into the same thing as what stops people from just buying games on Steam as opposed to the Microsoft Store.
I mean, yeah, there's nothing.
So that potentially can lose. Like, if I say theoretically I buy one of these, and it's like,
I'm not saying put your games on Steam.
Yeah,
I'm saying make your next console a competitor to the Steam machine from a hardware perspective.
Yeah,
and then so what you're giving them is you're giving them one box that gives you both the Xbox Game Pass and the Steam ecosystems. That's what you're getting. That's what you have to advertise, because that's where I don't, from a purely console perspective, I'm not sure Xbox is catching up to PlayStation right now.
Oh, I don't think they need to.
And I don't think they're trying to, or they need to. Yeah, you're right. But if you want to create a better ecosystem for your console gamers, then make something that's going to be a true, like, set top PC that's easy to use from a gaming perspective. And
I think it needs more than that, man. I think it needs to separate itself by features and games.
Yeah, and that's why you also have Game Pass associated, and Game Pass games are still separate from Steam. Like your published games are separate from Steam.
Well, that's the thing. They would have to pull their games from Steam for sure.
Yeah.
That I would say that fits under my, like, making everything exclusive, because I will say, like, taking it off Steam at least makes it exclusive to their ecosystem. But then you run into the Steam people that are very, very stubborn, that will not use another launcher for anything, just for whatever reason. It's like, well, if it's not on Steam, I'm not playing it.
Yeah.
Like, look at Epic; they've been trying to do, like,
that's true.
That's
giving out
people
free
literally
games
not playing
Epic has free games like every week.
Yeah, exactly. Like, nope, I'll just wait for a Steam
sale.
And
I get them, and I haven't played any of them.
Exactly.
Same.
Anyway, we're kind of starting to beat a dead horse there. Might literally be beating a dead horse in a few years, depending on how this goes. But
that's when it comes to the console situation. It's like they've already fucked up that messaging with the fact that they came out and specifically said console exclusive. It's like, what the fuck, man? You can't say console exclusive and then have it on Steam. That already muddied the message there. So
did they say something that was console exclusive and then on Steam?
Yeah.
Well,
Gears E-Day
console exclusive is consoles. But
yeah. See, but like, I was confused by that though. I'm like, oh, okay, so is it not on PC? So I was very confused by that. So my point being is just that if they ever decided to pivot and be like, hey, we are strictly sticking to Windows, what does that mean? Like, does that mean Windows consoles? Does that mean Windows app?
They'd have to change their advertising. Like, they're basically going back to pre-PlayStation games. That's all they're doing right now. Is they're just, these exclusives are just back to console exclusive on Xbox and also on Steam and like PC. They would just have to, when they make announcements, they say only available on Xbox or Xbox and Windows PCs or something. Or not even Windows PCs, because that muddies it, because Windows PC you can run Steam. So it would have to be like, I have no idea. Like, they're in such a fucked up spot because they can't even reset it with a launch of new hardware, because no new hardware is coming anytime soon. What the prices of things are, no one's going to buy a console for $1,500. Nobody is. Like, we're going to find out probably soon how much that Steam box is, and that's not even like a super powerful PC or anything. And there's rumors that they're going to announce the pricing for that sometime soon. So
yeah, that's supposed to come out this summer, right? So
yeah,
I don't know how I didn't remember this, but yeah, I actually completely forgot that E-Day was coming out on Steam. That's weird.
Yeah,
like, why? Because E-Day is still day one of Game Pass. It's like, why would you not want people to jump into Game Pass to get it? Like, that should be the goal.
Because they're stupid.
But is it? This goes back to what we've been talking about this whole time. Is there's 20 different missions here. We're like Asha Sharma's talking about new North Star being daily active users on console. It's like, but are we pushing Game Pass? Are we pushing consoles? Are we pushing what the fuck are we pushing right now?
They don't
like
know.
Dutch said, you got to shit or get off the pot. You got to like fucking have your cake or you eat it. It's not both ways, man.
Yeah.
Like
more cash for you guys. And what's interesting to me is that we're having this conversation about Game Pass, and the big thing that keeps running through my head is that yes, Game Pass is definitely a better choice for a gamer over something like PS Extra, for instance, right?
Yeah.
Because PS Extra also has a game library, but there's not like the day one stuff does not exist.
Yeah.
But we also don't complain a whole lot about PS Extra.
Yeah.
So
no.
Or like PS Plus, like we all have our opinions about PS Plus, but it's like PS Plus is what it is, and it's not really trying to be anything else.
And,
you know?
And Game Pass, one of those things where it's very hard to market. There's still a lot of people who don't really know what it is or how it works, or it's one of those things where if you don't use it, you don't really know. Like Chris didn't have it for the longest time, and it wasn't until was it late last year? Last year sometime.
It was
there's a lot of stuff on here, and
it was 2024 that I
2024 when you've So it's like it's a lot of people like that, and if you don't know you're missing something, you're definitely not gonna switch over to an ecosystem that you're not used to do that. And the second they were like games are coming to PS5, that totally killed any incentive for anybody who just has a PS5 to even think about getting an Xbox. Why would you bother?
No, you're not going to be here.
And because they did everything, now they're saying they're going to step back. They can't even make the decision on what they're like. Gears and Clockwork Revolution, a new IP, is not probably going to do well, even though it looks fantastic. I think all three of us here are really looking forward to it, but it's kind of like whatever. Gears is going to do Gears. I think Gears. There's an energy about this Gears. I think this.
I don't think it's going to. It's not going to be a profitable game.
What Gears? Oh well, if that 400 million is true, but I don't think they're like Asher said they expect to lose a lot of sales on it. I don't think they're specifically looking for Gears to be profitable. But I think in terms of the series, I think it's going to do well. Like it's going to be. I think it's going to do better than 5 and probably better than 4. Like I said, there's an energy about this one. People seem to be hyped about this one.
I remember playing Gears 2 and talking with my buddy who I played co-op with it through all of the Gears games, and that was something we always dreamed about ever since day one, is having a Gears E-Day. This is going back to the origins, the day it happened, like seeing the civilization break down. So yeah, I think that contributes a lot to it for sure.
But people don't believe anything Xbox says with good reason, and all it's going to do is, and there's still people saying that now, Gears is eventually going to come to PS5, and nobody can honestly say definitively that it will or it won't. Like, yes, Xbox saying it's never going to come to PS5, bullshit. Like, I'm not saying bullshit like it's for sure going to go to PS5. I'm saying it's bullshit to believe them, because they said the same thing about Starfield. They say, like, you can't give someone a bunch of games, come back on it, it's just going to be 4 games: Hi-Fi Rush, fucking Pentiment, Ground, whatever those were, and then all of a sudden, oh no, it's just 4 games. Then everything goes there. Then pull them back a little.
Oh, by the way, you know the remake we're doing for our biggest game franchise ever? Yeah, that's going to be on PlayStation.
Halo. They're putting fucking Halo on there.
Like, how was Halo on PlayStation?
Yeah, and I get it. It was announced. You don't want to go back on something that was already announced, but at some point you want to be like, you know what? Fucking let the internet burn. Like, Ashley, like, pull it. Like, you can't now. You definitely can't, because pre-orders have gone up. So you at this point, it's just like, no, that's a very bad look. But they could have made that decision. Gears was definitely in development for PS5, even though some people are saying it wasn't. But that's total bullshit, because there's so much evidence to the contrary. So they're not even committing to their own published games being console exclusive. Now, they're just like, it's going to be a case by case basis. That doesn't instill any confidence in either side. It's not going to instill confidence in people who already have an Xbox, and it's definitely not going to instill confidence on PS5 people being like, oh, they're starting to go exclusive for some games. Maybe I'll pick up an Xbox eventually. No, because you're always going to have that in the back of your mind. Like, it's probably going to come here at some point because they're going to be like, oh shit, they're going to panic and they're going to start throwing everything back on there again.
It's why this whole entire thing just feels like fan service to the hardcore console warriors, because at the end of the day, again, this is just another thing I'll say from my POV and my personal experiences is I've never met a console gamer, a casual gamer who has sat there and said, oh, I really like what's on the opposite system, PlayStation, whether it be Xbox, whatever. I really, really want to play that. Wish I had that console. I've not met somebody who immediately runs out to go buy that console for that specific game. Like, I mean,
I've done it a few times.
Occasionally.
I've done it a few times.
Yeah,
I mean, we've done it, but it's like,
I like casual people. Yeah.
Casual people, they're just not doing it.
No, the casual people aren't playing the exclusives anyway. They're playing Fortnite, the NBA 2K, Madden, Call of Duty. They're playing those. That's why Call of Duty is still the biggest one that they have. And Elder Scrolls, when they eventually get to it in 2030 or whenever the hell that's going to come out, that's the only one that I think would honestly get a lot of casual people to switch, because if it's the only place you can play Call of Duty, there will be people that will switch. It will not be the majority of them. I don't even think it would be 50% of them. So they'd still lose a lot of money on that IP, but that's the only way to get people to switch. And they will never do that because, let's be honest, that would be a dumb move financially.
Yeah. Side note, Skyrim will be celebrating its 15-year anniversary this November.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's on like 65 consoles or 65 devices.
Gosh, damn, dude.
On everything from PS3 forward, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So
anyway, we've probably exhausted this. Any final thoughts?
I agree with pretty much everything you said, Jeff. So for me, I don't want to regurgitate things that you've gone over. The thing that's been sticking in my mind these past couple weeks is, when I look at this list of their game plans over the years and thinking back to 2017, 2018, whenever they bought Bethesda, and having that initial thought of like, oh my gosh, for years, everybody's been saying they don't have games. Well, now they fucking own everything. And that's been the course they've been on. And, you look at this whole console generation and again, I feel like I'm beating a dead horse here too. It's like, we've not seen the fruits of the labor at all. And now that we're finally starting to see where they could be thriving, they're changing course. And, because the more you think about it, the more infuriating it gets when you think about Redfall, when you think about Indiana Jones, when you think about how little we've gotten so far, how long Fable has been fucking dangled in front of us for years. And it's like, here we are in this incredible year of gaming where it's like, you've got Halo, you've got Gears E-Day, you've got
Forza Horizon 6.
Forza Horizon 6. Next year's Clockwork Revolution. I feel like we got something last year that was crazy.
Indy was last year.
Indiana Jones.
Was that the year before? I can't remember.
I think it was 2 years before, and then it came to PlayStation last year. But it's, the whole thing is, could you imagine an alternate reality where all this stuff strictly stayed exclusive, where it was that initial reaction to hearing them buying all these companies? It's like, oh wow, they own all of this stuff.
They're in a healthy spot.
They would be in a healthy spot, and people would have a genuine reason to go out and buy a console. I feel like right now in the industry where we're at is people are either staying the course or reverting back to how they used to do things, stick with what has worked for them in the past, like PlayStation. Live service doesn't work. Let's go back to what does work for us. And Xbox is just run around with like a chicken with its head cut off. And even Nintendo, they're going to be fine. I think they're always just going to do their thing, and they're going to be just fine. And but it's like,
that's part of the issue, though. And like, just my thought on this is like, I feel like Xbox is where it is much because it can't seem to succeed in any way, shape, or form outside of US Europe. So like from a US Europe perspective, I think they do pretty good. But on the worldwide front, they are always in the back.
Oh,
they're
really
always
bad, yeah.
in the back, you know. And I think that's part of it. It's like they're trying to figure out how to recoup all their money, but all they have is 2 territories to work with. So
pretty much
know.
That's another thorn for them.
If I could say one last thing, it would be like my dream to how it's not even my dream. I think that's what's so fucked up about this is, again, going back to that whole thing of like what we want versus what they need. And, you know, what I want is Helix. I remember back when Xbox One was being, you know, rumored about. It's like, oh my gosh, what if this is a hybrid? What if you could play PC games on it? I remember that being a rumor at that time and being so stoked. So for me, Helix has always been the dream. And right now, all I can think is, if in a world where I see Game Pass succeeding, the console succeeding, and its games succeeding, for me, what makes the most sense is you ditch Helix. You come out with just a regular ass console and you sell it at a loss, but you undercut PlayStation. You're a little bit more expensive than Nintendo, and you market it as, hey, all the power, but none of the, you know, downsides to this. And then you go into Game Pass, to Chris's point earlier, it's like it's on PC. No, sorry guys, it's not on PC anymore. It is strictly a console exclusive thing. We're dropping it back down to $15 a month, and all you're getting is Xbox games. You're not getting third party. You're not getting these smaller things. It's like you're just getting these select amount of games, and you can rely on this. And that's the only way I could see any of that stuff surviving. In the way that it is. Either way, again, beating a dead horse. You got to pick a lane and you got to fucking stick to it.
Yeah, they got to pick a lane.
I think they're trying to find their lane. That's really the biggest issue. Is they haven't found their lane.
They're trying to narrow the lane right now. And that's my only finishing thought is the closures are going to suck. The entire industry way overloaded with employees during COVID. They need to trim a lot of that fat. And I just hope that they can stay focused on what they want to do for the bigger games or whatever. And I just want them to give the other studios a chance. I hope they at least try to spin them off and talk to other publishers or investment groups and hopefully give them a shot at surviving. That's the only thing I could really legitimately like try to ask for them, because a lot of them it's not really their fault.
No.
Even if they did take forever to release those games like South of Midnight, for like a game like that should not have taken that long. It just like nothing screams 7 years when I played that game. Even Senua, it looks gorgeous, but game wise, I'm like, really, this took a really long time. Not necessarily their fault because they weren't mandated to get anything out quicker. So try to spin them off, Microsoft, then fucking go from there. Cut the fat, stay focused, and see. Other than that, yeah, who knows? It's an uphill battle. It's going to be an uphill battle for a long time.
Yep, it is. Hate to say it.
Yep.
I feel like I kind of already put my last piece in there.
Yeah, no worries.
I think they need to find their lane. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to find their lane
right now.
Absolutely.
I think part of the issue that they're having is the fact that they are extremely successful in 1 or 2 territories, but they have not yet been successful worldwide. And that's been a thorn. So
and you know, you buy too much, and what we're seeing right now is you buy too much and you realize you can't handle it. Right now, my boss is growing his business. He's got a vision, and he's been talking to me about where he wants to see it. He's like, I just don't want to grow too fast. And I think that's what it is with Xbox. They bought way too much, and they're realizing they can't handle all this. So now it's time to trim the fat.
Hey, Xbox, free advice. Grand Theft Auto's coming out. PlayStation's going to have the marketing rights. You throw your console $100 cheaper for both SKUs than anything that's available on PlayStation. Yep. You're still probably going to lose out on, you're still not going to get as much sales as PS5, but I guarantee you a lot of people who haven't upgraded yet are going to see that difference in price and be like, for Grand Theft Auto, you'll at least get some people that way. But
100%. I've
no one wants to
always
lose money.
fucking said this. Jeff, I don't know if you remember me saying this, but the Xbox One lost because it was $100 more expensive. That's all it was. Shut the fuck up about the RAM being slightly better. Nobody gives a shit. It was about the money, okay? Nobody wanted to spend $100 more for a Kinect.
For an inferior system. Yeah, it was less powerful.
Yeah. It's crazy. But it's what it comes down to.
Money. The industry's in an unusual place.
It is.
We gotta figure out where it's going. And honestly, it all boils back to there's too much focus on the profits and not enough focus on the gamers.
Yep.
But that's a different topic for a different day.
That is.
Not for today. That'll do it for today. Thank you all for listening. Hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, please tell a few friends about us. And if you're on YouTube watching us, please like, subscribe, and comment. And sorry about my cat. I don't know what was going on with him.
You don't have to apologize for your cat walking back and forth.
It was just so many times. But Nathan, thanks for joining us again.
Thanks for having me.
Really appreciate you coming on the show. But yeah, until next time, my name is Chris.
I'm Nathan.
I'm Jeff.
Play your games, and we'll talk to you next time.